Alright everybody, now if you haven't heard about these Linse lighters, L-I-N-S-E, I guess I got it right, maybe it's, yeah, well anyway, these are disposable lighters, okay, and they are piezo ignited disposable lighters. Alright, now what's kind of special about these lighters, if you take note here, you can put this at different angles, all the way down, so you can use it as a pipe lighter. Alright, now remind you that these are disposable, okay? I want to show you a little modification I did on this one. Check this one out. I put a filler valve in here. And I'll be honest with you, I ruined 2 other lighters to figure this out. You can see here where I tried to drill this one here right dead center, give myself room for the diameter of the filler valve. But unfortunately, here's another one. I kind of cracked it out in the middle. Let's see if I can bring it in so you can focus. You can see the little, well here, let me shine a line on it here. See in the middle of black? That's a reinforcement. Okay, so that's why I messed up the first one. Okay, now I drilled this one here on the same side as the igniter. That's what you want to remember. You want to drill on the same side as the igniter because the butane filter is in here. And there is a little support right here, but that support isn't a big deal because it's just in the bottom of the plastic box, so you can break that out, okay? But you really have to have just the right size O-ring, okay, in here. You might need a little bit fatter one than the one you got, I'm not for sure. I took O-rings off and different O-rings on and off, put them back on, and I think that's the standard O-ring that's on there. But what you'll want to do is you'll just gotta you'll have to put your valve up there face down, you know, and try to figure out where dead center is. Get you some very, very, very small drill bits, okay, just for a starter hole. The one I used, let me show you. I used this as a pilot hole, this one I'm going to show you. Okay, and it's really small. Alright, really, really small, you can tell. I found what I feel to be center, and I drilled this as a pilot hole. Then I got another bit which is a little bit bigger, which is actually on the drill right here, and drilled it out with this bit here. Now that bit I just showed you there come with this tap assembly I bought. Just so happens I had the right size tap here for this filler valve. Okay, now what the tap size here is M4 5 by 0.5. okay, this is a fine thread. Alright, now you can this is a KWA. It's an airsoft filler valve for an airsoft magazine. That's a KWA magazine fill valve. Okay, now if you want to look for that valve, you can probably type it in. It's 199-9999-1008. Okay, now I've looked up, I think I paid $5 or $6 for this off eBay, but I've seen them, the lowest I've seen searching Google was $375. Okay, so with a little bit of time and a little bit of ingenuity, you know, you can make your Linse lighter refillable. I'll tell you another thing too. Alright, one other thing is that I weighed this empty purged the tank with the valve and everything on it, okay? And I filled it back up and put it back on. It was 2 grams heavier. Now it's may not be completely 2 grams. It could have been, you know, I think it weighed 80 before and 82 after, somewhere around that neighborhood. Anyway, it could have been a little bit, it could have been like 80 and a half, but it was only weighed in grams. Let me show you here. I got my alright. Well, it was actually not, yeah, it was 19, it was actually 20 grams. It was 18 grams, not 80, but it was 18 grams. I know better than that. It was 18 grams before I filled it. Now it's 19.9. Of course, I've been firing it off. You know, and I got the flame on this and set wide open, so some of these lighters I got, they're real small, you know, flame, but it'll still get the job done. But now, I don't know how long, you know, like I said, these are disposable, so I don't know how long a piezo laser is going to last, but, you know, it says it holds 2 grams of fuel, or somewhere around that neighborhood, but anyway, I thought that might be kind of handy for somebody who wants, you know, maybe convert one of these just to have a spare, you know, maybe to take with you so you don't have to take your prize, expensive pipe lighter with you. You know, you can take this with you too, and you know, it's really kind of handy, I think. Keep in mind that the internals inside of this is plastic except for the stem. You can probably see that, okay? So I wouldn't be standing on that and let that heat up too long, okay? But just for lighting a cigarette or maybe lighting a pipe, I think you'd be fine. Okay, I thought that was a pretty handy little thing there. I have found these on, I bought 3 of these, I think, for right around $9 on eBay. Yeah, it's a little cashy. You can buy them for 2 probably at a store if you got them in there, or a little less. I've seen them on sale certain places. You buy, oh, I think I've seen them on the internet. You can buy 50 of them. Runs you like $38 shipped, so you know you got about 75 cents a lighter. So, but anyway, just for somebody that's buying these lighters like this and think it's handy to have, you know. Just get you a part there and take a little time and get your markings right, drill it out. And I'll tell you another thing too, when you tap this out, you better have a good tool to use, okay? You want to make sure you keep that tap straight as you're tapping in. Don't tap it at an angle. Also too, I noticed when I tried to screw that filler valve in with one of these, it was wanting to screw in crooked. I actually had to use one of these, you know, to kind of just to make sure it screwed in straight, because it does want to take off at an angle on you. And if you screw it in an angle, obviously it's not, the O-ring's not going to seal, and you're going to have a leak. And you know, you got to be careful too, because you got metal screwing into plastic threads. So screw it down the O-ring where you can see it's touching, fill it up, and stick it up by your ear and see if it's leaking. Still leaking, screw it down a little more, and keep doing this process until it quits leaking. You do it too much, you're going to strip threads in the bottom here. But operates real well. Really well. Okay. Right there's that number again for the tap. Right there is for the airsoft valve. Okay, right here. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the tip.